Welcome back to Bannerlord Realistic. So we are, as we're leaving off, we're going to go into the quests. So we went through establish your clan, and now we're going to go into investigate Nezrit's folly. So as you explore Calradia, you can learn more about your artifact and its importance by asking any lord or lady about the Empire's recent history. Now, when they refer to the artifact, they're referring to Dragon Banner First Piece. And that was given in the tutorial, but we skipped that, so we didn't see that part. But that's basically what the artifact they're referring to is. So we basically go around and ask some notables, lords and stuff in each kingdom, what they know about Nezrit's Folly, basically. And so yeah, that'll be the early introduction. So uh, the early part of the campaign is basically leveling up both yourself and your clan, getting some members of your army and some companions, and doing some kind of generic questing, some tournaments, that sort of thing. So that's what we're going to be doing, and that's kind of why um, that quest is set up like it is, because they kind of want you to explore the land, see what everything's like, because you can find notables in all areas, even notables that aren't technically um, from kingdoms that were in the old empire. You can even ask like the Sturgians, for example, or so Sturgians up to the north. So you can even ask the Sturgians, Khazarites, and the this is gonna trip me up. Is it the Azurai? Sorry, and the Azurai. So not the elves, those guys down there. So that's awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go try and find some grumpy bandits to take care of. And hopefully not in massive sizes like 34. I don't think we're quite ready for that. Even 12 is a bit risky. That's why I bought a crossbow. Oh. Recruit. So we're gonna wait here because I don't think we should be able to deal with 12. Um, Especially considering how many crossbow bolts do we have? We have 18. So not quite. Early game, I would prefer to have at least two per person. So you need at least two shots per person, unless you get them right in the head. Um, so yeah, we probably don't have enough there to deal with 12 all by yourself, because you can't really rely on that one guy to do a lot. Alright, so the Archon Pharaoh, he is the vassal of the Southern Empire. Great. If you please stop there, I would ask your name. I am Nigel. Who are you? I am Pharaoh of the House Leon Parties. Our family has stood in the Senate and discharged its duties honorably since the first days of the Empire. I am Lord of Porus. Ah, cool. Where we just were. That's awesome. I'm not of one of those who loves war for its own sake, but I still need reliable warriors who are true to their word. I will keep faith with all those who keep faith with me. Yeah, great. So what that basically says, alludes to, is his character trait. So if we click on him, he should have there we go, generous and honest and cautious. Interesting. I'm not sure why I start -1. That might just be because of chosen um, background. So that's interesting. But yeah, so each character has their own kind of traits, um, and they kind of dictate what they say, but what that really means is in later games, so when you have your own empire, or kingdom I should say, I really like it. So let's see if we can find one. So cautious is good, merciful not bad, calculating is okay. What you don't want is lords that have the cunning trait, I think it is, which basically means um, they're more likely to switch sides, go to another territory. So what you want is loyal. Um, but yeah, well, we'll get into that way later. But that's basically what this kind of is. It's kind of like giving you it's kind of alluding to what they're like as a person, um, just in text, so you don't have to look at their charts. But anyway, do you know about Lizard's Folly? Well, that's what some people call the Great Battle of the Pendraic. Say Pendraic from now on. In the year of 1077. Huh. Was that William the Conqueror? Isn't that when he came to England? 1077. Anyway, coincidence? I think not. Emperor Nezeritz led an army accompanied by the Kazites and the Azerai to fight a coalition of Sturgians, Battanians, and Valandians. It was a disaster for him. He died in it, but the victors didn't fare much better. I see. Is there anything else? I wasn't there. I know Lukon has some thoughts about it. Who is Lukon? He is the ruler of the Northern Empire. Interesting. Okay. Well, we might find him later. And we have +1 with him. Okay. I think sometimes it's a bit randomized, so that might be what that is. I don't think we want to... Oh, revenue farming. Actually, that is a good quest, so... I don't think you can help me. You don't have enough troops for the task. Okay. So there are soft locks to what we can do based on our party size. That is good to know. How much coin do we have? Not much, so we're not going to recruit anyone more. Because we still need to buy food and whatnot. We're just going to try and find some bandits. And if we get desperate, I guess we can attack those 12. Because I would rather risk dying to bandits than dying of hunger. 9? I think we can do 9. Today is not your lucky day, friend. How about you hand over your silver? Be a real shame we had to cut someone's throat. Fight me if you dare. The Nigel does not back down. Pity. Alrighty. Going straight into attacking. Say in the first episode that I'm quite good at combat, but early game your character's quite weak and there's no point dying to bandits, so that's where the crossbow comes in. And a light crossbow is great because you can use it on back of a horse. That is a good introduction. Oh, that's not. And let's try and get our buddy to run, because the longer it takes for them to get to him, the more damage I can do. Oh, okay. So when the crossbow goes red like that, basically means the shot you're about to shoot will not go where you think it will go. So we'll try and get slower guys, because if we kill enough of them, they will break and they will run, which is what we want. Oh, that was a good shot. Walk straight into it there. Stop it. Soldier, cut them down! Right, might as well charge him in, get some experience. That goes damage, so he hopefully will kill him, or he'll just die. Okay, we'll save him. Nice! And now watch him die. Oh! I guess that's what cocky gets you. Oh, luckily there was no witnesses. Well, soon to be no witnesses. There we go. Our first battle. Our first victory. And yeah, we'll pretend we didn't have anyone to help us there. He died heroically. Unfortunately, the bandits are too much. What a shame. Okay. Oh, it's actually not bad armor. So, already a straight upgrade. That's nice. And some food, which is always handy. And I think we... Is that what that said? Okay. Yeah, we got a little bit of cash too, which is nice. Okay. So, we'll go sell that. So everything, another quality of life thing I really like about this game is the sell all button. So unless you have things locked, you can just sell all. So we'll lock the food because we want that. Everything else here is pretty not necessary. Yeah, great. So we can buy some more people now. Not from here though. And we've got an upgrade, hopefully to the crossbow. Yes, excellent. Aiming with the crossbow is 20% faster, as well as increases the morale of ranged troops at the start of battle. Not so important. Pierce, your crossbow attacks ignore armors below 20. Okay, ranged troops 20% cheaper to recruit. Yeah, they're both pretty shit to be honest. I always thought that meant ignores 20 armor, but ignores armors below 20 isn't actually even that useful because a lot of armors are over 20, right? So unless you get a headshot on like basically lower tier troops, it doesn't really help. So I think, yeah, that's kind of annoying. I never actually read that. I always just assumed it was better. So we'll actually go with aiming crossbows 20% faster because that is actually quite nice. And riding is always good too. So increases damage, maneuverability. I'm thinking damage because the long term I'm thinking my character will be more fully armored in plate mail with a lance and a sword, and we'll just go ham into the enemy. So we really want that early charge, and we will as well increase the learning focus. So all this is quite nice because increases mounts, increases mount health, I should say, and I believe if we go further, is it this? Yeah, breeder. We want breeder because that means horses in our inventory will breed. Low rates, but you know, better than nothing. And what else do we want? I think leadership's not bad. We haven't really gotten to the cusp of it yet. Medicine's really good, but I'm not sure if we should focus on that or we should leave it for a companion. I'm thinking leave it for a companion and focus more on combat for now. So that's my reasoning there. And great. So is there an arena battle? There is not. Where would be the next closest place? Let's go... Let's go to Lycaron. Because that might be... There might be a few more bandits around there, and... oh, we probably should have gone for them. Get some recruits in the way. And they normally have... They're normally quite good at having some sort of tournament on. Because it's a bigger... Well, I mean, that's just me thinking here. That it looks bigger, so it must be bigger, right? There's no actual reason behind that kind of ideology, but I was wrong, which is a shame. Ooh. Ooh. We want an Imperial Archer. No. We just want the scrubs for now, because they don't cost much, and we don't really need an Archer, really, because we're just going after bandits. And Imperial Archers, truth be told, aren't all that great. I think later we'll do a few like mercenary runs. Long-term thinking, we'll do some... Oh, there we go. Whoa, let's go. Fight me if you dare. Let's go. They'll make an example out of me. We shall see. Okay, so yeah, I forgot about that. The new updates have this little gladiator helmet, which means there's a tournament there. So we'll go after this if we survive. And I'm just going to have a sip of my coffee. Alright. We'll use more of our men this time because there's only 9 of the enemy, so we'll chip up a few and then we'll just send the boys in. They can do the grunt work. Oh yeah, another reason to choose crossbow, and a reason that is actually historically accurate, is that it doesn't take much skill to learn, and they're quite accurate. And they do quite good damage.
Put me attack now!
Charge. And luckily, hopefully, is most Great, we only lost 2 there, and I don't think they died. Yeah, they just got knocked out. That's great. And we do want the infantry. I'll get 2 archers just for variety's sake. And yeah, we've got some prisoners now too, which is great. Do we have anything we want to add? Yep. Okay. Sue, trustworthy guy here with a hood. Just want the rest of that. Great. And we got some butter. And we took very little damage, so we can go straight to the tournament. Oh yeah, so I think I touched on this last time. There's a little thing down here called influence. Influence isn't really useful to us at the moment because it doesn't do anything. You use influence when you're part of a faction to either persuade kingdom policies, to get other members of that kingdom to help you in battle, so you can create like a massive army with all their parties coming to combined and you can control them. Or as a mercenary, your influence slowly gets converted into cash. And to get influence, you win battles and tournaments. And yes, that's what that is. And with the clan, a way to increase the clan is renown. And renown is just basically how well people know you. So if you have really high renown and you meet a character for the first time, they'll be like, oh, we've heard of you, because you have like, you know, a huge amount of renown. You're this legendary figure from somewhere across a distant land. They're like, oh, we've heard of you. You killed my cousin, blah blah blah. You know, on guard, basically. So renown is also important, and renown is gained in a similar way. It's gained through combat, through tournaments, and through battling enemies. And the more disadvantaged you are for a battle, the greater the renown would be. As well as, I'm fairly certain influence increases that way too. So it's kind of like, you get 2 resources from battles, besides like the physical stuff, is influence and renown. So that's pretty cool. And so yeah, we'll join this tournament. We've got 87% health, so we are going at a slight disadvantage. And so I'm not expecting to win this. I just want to see how I go, basically. There doesn't seem to be very many lords in the castle. If there's a lot of lords in the town or castle, they usually join tournaments, and they're a lot harder to beat, because, oh, you'll see, but with, that's a weird helmet, with tournaments, you go in with your armor that you have on, right? So the lords are all very heavily armored, so they tend to win most engagements. Cool, so that would be a nice early skip all rounds. Oh, that's a new button. Cool. We'll skip all rounds then. Great. And do we want to bet money? We do have a lord on our side. But no, for this one we'll play it safe. Great, easy.
Victory!
Yes, victory. No, we won't bet. We'll just join. Yeah, okay, great. Oh, I did like truck. Let's go for the archer, because he's weaker. And he's a lord, and we can get him. Yes, hopefully. Oh, shit, okay. I mean, we'll definitely get past because we're with the last party standing. But it'd be nice to take him out. Nice. So yeah, this is realistic difficulty. It's harder, it's probably easier, to be honest, in tournaments, because you're only versing like really one-on-one or one-on-two. It's battles that realistic difficulty really shines, because there's just so many enemies. You get absolutely pwned. Oh. Okay, that was closer than I thought. But yeah, there are some lords that are absolute tanks, because some of their attributes do matter. If you verse a lord who has like an amazing amount of one-handed skill, which most lords do, they start off with good skills. They can just like fight you out like straight away, basically. Which is to be expected, to be honest, because you're just, at the moment, we're just basically a peasant. But you know, shouldn't discount the troops too, they're pretty good. this is one of the reasons why I really like Bannerlord, is because it just seems to, the combat seems to really flow much better, and I feel like when you dodge something, you can really see it. So that's probably one of my major pluses for this game, is the combat, for sure. But the tree isn't as accurate as it used to be. That doesn't really matter too much for single player. That's more multiplayer gripe. Yeah, sweet. So we got a helmet, which is sweet, but what? It's kind of heavy armor, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite weighty. So we have a combined weight here. We want to be quite light early game. I know adding 3 isn't that heavy, but we'll win so many more things through tournaments. And I didn't mean to click this, but this is basically if you want to make forged things, which that is, I think, latest patch might have fixed it, but that is one of the more cheap ways to get some really early cash, is to basically break down all the weapons. And because what makes weapons is like metals, those metals sell for a lot more than those weapons ever did, and you can make like bank just on those. So yep, and okay, that's right, we'll sell prisoners to the tavern. There is a companion. We'll talk to him. So what is that? What is he good at? He is not that great. Okay. Yeah, not that great. So early on, you kind of want companions that have more than just combat stats, because well, you want to get good companions as early as possible. That's ideal. But companions with just combat stats, they don't really add much to the party. You can't assign them to scouting or anything like that. If they already have scouting abilities, they're much better. So scout, medicine, later on engineering is really good for besieging castles. What else? Leadership's good, because if you have a good companion in a troop formation,
Kill them all!
then that formation is less likely to rout, which is super useful.
The day is ours!
And I'll probably eat my words here, but you can see how easy it is to snowball. Once you just start getting some good infantry, bandits are basically no match. In a very productive session, so we will probably sell off these bandits, maybe try and recruit some more peasants. Yeah, nice. And then we will call it, I reckon. And we'll keep the fish, because food is good. And then once we get some more... Actually, we don't want expensive fish. We'll sell the fish, actually. Get some more grain. Once we get some more money, we'll start trading. And then trading is a great way to make bank. Oh, there's another tournament. So we might just do this one more tournament, and then we'll call it. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, see, another helmet. They're pretty dime a dozen, so not too bad. I think we can win this, so I'm going to start wagering. This is great, because we get them out of this tournament. Easy peasy, Japanesey. This will be harder, but there is a way to kind of scum it, and it's just a runaway. So they all deal with each other first. And we have to deal with what? Awesome. So yeah, that's kind of where the multiplayer comes in handy because you learn to block in multiplayer. That's for sure. But you never know. AI sometimes surprises you. Oh, like that. Nice. Oof. Oh yeah, that was much closer. I had to take a breath there. Wow. Sweet. Okay, we should have this. And you really want to go for the head too. I think that's the same as Warband. Or any game really. The head is the weak part. Go for it. Go for the eyes, boo. Go for the eyes. Great. And so we got some money and extra money and a helmet. Nice. And some renown, which never. Concept art as well. Looks phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. The only caveat to that is that there doesn't seem to be much, so of course for campaign it does get kind of tiring seeing the same old stuff, but that's okay. That's just me being an old man. Okay. That doesn't sell for as much. How heavy is it? It's lighter. So that might be worth keeping. I look ridiculous, but it's all in the name of safety. And actually some good money. So what we might do is see if there's anything here that's quite cheap, and then we'll sell it. So clay looks quite cheap, but I'm not hugely familiar where a good place to sell clay would be. Let's see. No, nothing here really sticks out. Meat's good. But yeah, there's definitely better places, I think, that we can get some stuff. So we'll hold on to our cash for now. We don't want to do a bad investment. And oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, we'll call it, and we'll get this banner party next time if we can catch it. All right. Thank you for joining. I am Japor, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.